Hello, everyone, and welcome. With your exams right around the corner, I know things can get a bit hectic. So today, we're doing a super quick, rapid revision of some really important current affairs. This is going to give your preparation that extra boost. Ready? Let's get started. First up, we're tackling important days and events. You already know that questions about key dates pop up all the time in exams, so paying attention here is absolutely crucial. Okay, here's your first question. When was International Dance Day celebrated recently? Have a look at the options, take a second to think about it. And the correct answer is A, April 29th. Yep, International Dance Day is celebrated every single year on this date. So you might be wondering, why April 29th specifically? Well, it's a pretty cool story. The date actually marks the birthday of Jean-Georges Nevers, who is basically known as the creator of modern ballet. The celebration started all the way back in 1982. See, when you connect a date to its story, it becomes so much easier to remember. While we're on the topic of April, let's quickly run through a few other key dates you should definitely lock in your memory. We've got World Health Day on the 7th, Earth Day on the 22nd, and National Panchayat Raj Day on the 24th. Make sure you've got these noted down. All right, let's move on to our next section, Defense and National Security. This is a really high-yield topic, guys. You can pretty much always expect a question from this area, so let's focus. So the question is, India recently signed a deal for 26 Rafale Marine aircraft. Which country did we sign this deal with? This was a huge international agreement, so I bet this is already on your radar. You got it. The answer is, of course, D, France. Now, this deal is super significant. So let's dive into the key details you need to know. First, let's talk about the scale of this deal. We're looking at a value of approximately 63,000 crore rupees. Just think about that number. It makes this India's largest ever arms deal with France. That figure alone is a really important fact to remember. Okay, let's break down the must-know specifics. The deal was signed by Defense Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh. Now, where will these jets go? They're set to be deployed on our very own aircraft carrier, the INS Vikrant. The purchase itself includes 22 single-seater jets and 4 double-seaters. And here's the most critical part. These planes, which are made by Dassault Aviation, are nuclear-capable. This is a massive boost to India's strategic power in the Indian Ocean. Next up, let's switch gears and head into the exciting world of sports. As you know, questions about new records and championships are always a favorite in exams. Okay, first question from the sports world. Who recently became the fastest Indian player to score a century in the history of the IPL? I'm sure all you cricket fans out there have this one. And the answer is the young sensation C. Vaibhav Suryavanshi. What an absolutely incredible achievement. Let's take a closer look at the details because they are just mind-blowing. So, to put this into perspective for you, Vaibhav smashed his century in just 35 balls. That makes him the fastest Indian to ever do it. Now, the overall fastest record still belongs to the universe boss, Chris Gayle, who did it in 30 balls, but Vaibhav's performance was nothing short of spectacular. And believe it or not, it wasn't just one record he shattered that day. At only 14 years old, he became the youngest player to score a century in both IPL and T20 cricket history. It was also the fastest ever century for the Rajasthan Royals, and he hit the most sixes in that innings, a whopping 11. Just an incredible story for this young player from Samastipur, Bihar. Okay, moving on to the next sports question. How many gold medals did India bring home from the second Asian Yogasana Sports Championship? India's performance was... well, it was absolutely dominant. Out of a total of 87 medals, India secured an incredible 83 gold medals, along with 3 silver and 1 bronze. This amazing performance put India right at the very top of the medal tally. Just fantastic. Let's switch topics again, this time to environment and geography. In this section, we're going to look at a brand new addition to India's very prestigious list of national parks. Okay, so Similipal was recently named India's 107th national park. The question is, in which state is it located? Let's see how your geography knowledge is. And the correct answer is D, Odisha. With this new designation, Similipal is not only India's 107th national park, but it's also now the largest national park in the state of Odisha. That's a huge deal for conservation efforts in the region. And now, let's get to our final section for today, India and the world. We're going to cover a key global appointment that has a very, very special connection to India. All right, here is the last question of our revision session today. Kamla Persad-Bissessar was recently appointed Prime Minister of which country? The correct answer is B, Trinidad and Tobago. Kamla Persad-Bissessar has made history by becoming the nation's first ever female prime minister. And here's that key Indian connection I was talking about. About 37% of the country's population is of Indian origin. It's such a powerful reminder of our global diaspora. And don't forget the capital, Port of Spain.
अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई हो तो प्लीज़ लाइक करिए, कमेंट करके अपना फीडबैक दीजिए और अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर ज़रूर करिए।
चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें ताकि आपको और भी हेल्पफुल वीडियोस मिलती रहे। और ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस के लिए हमें टेलीग्राम पर ज्वाइन करें, लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया हुआ है।
और अगर आप चाहते हो कि मैं किसी स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक पर वीडियो बनाऊं तो नीचे कमेंट्स में ज़रूर बताएं। मैं कोशिश करूंगी उस पर वीडियो बनाने की। ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर एग्जाम्स।